In this video, we're going to explore what angle will make the lines parallel. So sometimes you're going to be in a situation where you're going to say, are these lines parallel? I need to know if they're parallel. And you need a test to determine if they're parallel or not. And here are your tests. Right over here in the margin. If alternate interior angles are congruent, okay? If alternate interior angles are congruent, if alternate exterior angles are congruent. Okay. So alternate interior. If let's see. Make sure I'm covering all the pairs I want to cover. Yeah. If corresponding angles are congruent, or if I'll do some green, right? Same side interior angles are supplementary. Okay. Then the lines are parallel. So anyways, four tests, sorry. If you have alternate interior angles that are congruent, if you have alternate exterior angles that are congruent, if you have corresponding angles that are congruent, or if you have same side interior angles that are supplementary, then the lines are parallel. Okay? So in each of these cases, we're trying to figure out what the missing angle should be to make either alternate interior angles congruent, alternate exterior angles congruent, corresponding angles congruent, or we're trying to make same side interior angles supplementary. All right, so let's take a look at these angle pairs and see what we can do with them to make that happen. All right, so let's take a look. In this first one, these are on the same side of the transversal and in between the parallel lines, so they are same side interior angles. They need to be supplementary, which means they add up to 180. So the mystery angle, well, would be 180. Take away the 51, whatever's left over should be the mystery angle if we want the lines to be parallel. And that would be, see, 180 minus 50 would be 130, so 129 degrees. We'll make the lines parallel. So if that's 129 degrees, then these will be supplementary, then the lines will be parallel. Right? So here we have alternate interior. These are alternate sides of the transversal, opposite sides of the transversal, in between the parallel lines. Alternate interior, they should be the same. So this should be a 57 degree angle. If it's 57, then the angles would be congruent, then the lines will be parallel. Here, well, let's see, these are on the same side of the transversal, in between the parallel lines, so it's alternate, I'm sorry, not alternate, same side interior. So these should be supplementary. So 180, take away 49, equals, let's see, 180 take away 50 would be 130, so 131. So if this angle is 131 degrees, then these two angles will be supplementary, add up to 180, and then the lines will be parallel. Here, again, we have same side interior angles, so 180 take away 86 equals 94 degrees. So if this angle is 94 degrees, then the lines, or then the angles will be supplementary. Then the, or same side interior angles will be supplementary. Then the lines will be parallel. Okay. Here, same side of the transversal in between the parallel lines. So 180 take away 57. See, 180 take away 60 would be 120. So 123. So if this angle is 123 degrees, then these same side interior angles will be supplementary. And if the same side interior angles are supplementary, then the lines are parallel. Here, these are opposite sides of the transversal. They're in between the parallel lines. So they are alternate interior angles. And so if this angle is 53 degrees, then alternate interior angles will be congruent. Then the lines will be parallel. Look at some more here. Okay. Here we have same side of the transversal, one inside, one out, corresponding. Same position. If that's the case, and I make this angle 108 degrees, then corresponding angles will be congruent, same size, and therefore the lines will be parallel. Here, these are on the same side of the transversal. They're in between the parallel lines. That's same side, interior, and they should be, or we want them to be supplementary. So 180 take away 85 equals 95 degrees. So if the mystery angle is 95 degrees, then same side interior angles will be supplementary, and therefore the lines will be parallel. Here, these are opposite sides of the transversal. They're outside the parallel lines. They're alternate exterior. So if this one is 77 degrees, then alternate exterior angles will be congruent, and that will make that'll tell us that the lines are parallel. Here, these are on the opposite sides of the transversal. They're outside the parallel lines. And so, if this angle is 100 degrees, these are outside alternate, opposite sides of the transversal, alternate, outside, exterior, alternate, exterior. If that's 100 degrees, alternate exterior angles will be congruent, and therefore the lines will be parallel. Here, opposite sides of the transversal, that's alternate, outside the parallel lines, exterior, alternate, exterior. If this angle is 67 degrees, then alternate exterior angles will be congruent, and then the lines will be parallel. And here we have same side of the transversal, one inside, one out. They're in the same position, up and to the right, up and to the right. They are corresponding angles. If this angle is 109 degrees, then corresponding angles will be congruent, same size, and therefore the two lines will be parallel. So, you're asking yourself, are these lines parallel? Well, check. If alternate interior angles are congruent. So what do I have to do to make that happen? If alternate exterior angles are congruent. What do I have to do to make that happen? If corresponding angles are congruent. Corresponding angles are congruent. So what would the angle have to be to make that happen? Or if same side interior angles are supplementary. Okay? Supplementary. So in 3 out of 4 cases, you're making angles that are congruent. In the one-off case, you're making angles that are supplementary.